Hey everyone, happy to say that today we're going to run our first Red Star 11. If you're not aware, the only difference between Red Star 11 and 10, well I say only, but there's a few more sectors, so the map's a little bit bigger. Obviously more capital ships and more Serbs overall. And I guess we'll start the scan here. Pop in the cherry there. Private 11. And then the new Serb is the Hydra. Pretty mean little bugger. When you kill him, he spawns 2 more smaller ships. And when you kill each of those, they also spawn 2 more smaller ships. So there's a total of 5 you have to kill. And the tricky thing is, they forgot what I was saying here. The Hydra spawns when the last Serb is dead, so you can't really use your barrage in the in that sector. You got to kind of have to move them around. So I'll join my corp real quick. Actually, I'm gonna try jumping my corp here just so I can share it. Got a couple of people that want to watch it. So I guess I gotta start looking for 11. This one looks good. 2 11s, I could probably clear both of these, I'm thinking. So let's go ahead. We're gonna teleport right here on these 2 Phoenixes and a Storm here. Get the berry up, 2 fortifies. Now I just kind of sit and wait. I'll pop a blast shield too. Start moving ahead of time, kill all that. I got the 2 storms locked here, so that's pretty nice. There's 3 storms in this sector, which means I'm really gonna have to watch my barrier here because I cannot let that drop. So I'll drop another one. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. I want my weapons to stop firing. I'm not too worried about killing the bomber. He's easy to kill off by himself. Perfect, I can grab that storm as well. Just shredding through these guys right now. Not too bad. So that was basically 1 sector cleared. I've got a 3rd barrier left. I don't need it right now. My mass battery can shoot down the darts. But I will go and clear this sector. This will be my first official Red Star 11 clear. It's exciting. There it is. Now that Hydra should spawn, but I'm guessing because the interceptor is there. Oops. Wrong button. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna barrier right there. Stop those guys from coming towards me. Where is he gonna spawn? Ooh, there he is. Oh shit. Oh, get the hell out of there. Almost lost one. Okay, so he's got a bigger attack range. I almost lost one. That was close. So what I'm going to do now is I need to figure out a way how to actually manage this. I need to heal this guy up. So I think what I'll do... I'm wondering if I go here. Yeah. I'll go here. And then I'll use this fortify. So what I'll do is I'll use these guys to heal up. Alright, so now I need to find like an empty sector. I'm thinking if I can go right here and barrier, if I can hurry fast enough. So I need to get him in attack range. Okay. Whew, that was a little messy, but we're okay. There's the 2. Oh, lost one. My fortify dropped. Shoot. Okay, no worries. Or maybe worries? Okay, no worries. We'll have to build another one. It's a little messy here. Yeah, he's doing a lot of damage to me. Alright. We're gonna move out of here. Because I need to build my other barrage. My blast barrage. Oops, okay. Okay. Not as good as I was hoping, but first run, can't expect it to be perfect. Gotta build a placement here quickly. Salvage, fortify, suppress. This should be number 2. Okay. Alright, so I see where I want to go already, so I'm going to jump down here. Oh shit, cancel. That's not the one I need. I need this guy. Come on, bud. Okay, apparently he does not want to move. So fortify, bond. Pop area just to be safe. He has got a lot of hit points. I wasn't watching Bay Barrier. Fuck. So you gotta watch that barrier. I lost my blast shield again. Oh man. Alright, this is pretty intense. Alright, so we got our health back. Probably could have managed that, but I wasn't watching my barrier. So that was a dumb move. Let's get back this guy back into the fight. Down 2 battleships, it's not the worst. Oh, there's this guy left still. Interesting, okay. Fortify. I'm thinking I get another fortify instead of 2 suppresses. Honestly, what I'm thinking about. Okay, that was a small one, so he didn't spawn any more. I'm gonna take down this bomber here. I'm gonna warp in my miners now. I can start taking out these colossuses. All right, I mean, I was a little rough. Wasn't expecting that to be as hard. Definitely walked in there a little bit more confidently, but did clear at least the 2 sectors. It's the Hydra that messed me up. Just the move, trying to find another heavy sector to move into, you know, in order to get that barrage ramp up for myself and not him. I think that was the tough spot there. So I guess I can go. Oh, okay, he's gonna go there. So I will go. Get all my transports in there now. Okay, so that, I mean, that was the hardest part. Now, obviously, this is basically just like a 10. We're just basically loading at this point now. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So good thing about having 60 tons is you can still hold 3, just like in 10s, because they're 20 tons each in 11s versus 18 in 10s. So both are 60 or below. Just saw that too. I think we're all loading now. I don't know if you noticed, but the time is also higher than 10s. It's actually 1.5 minutes versus just a minute. So keep that in mind as well. It's going to take a little longer to gather them. Is there another one that's 5? This one has 5, so I can bring that guy over. So I mean, that's the hard part. Yeah, it's just loading now. I'm just watching ghosts, mining, loading. I need to get my asteroid here. There's another difference. This is 400k over the Red Star 10, which is 300. So that's a nice bump. Move my guy down here so I can get that credit asteroid. Dump everything off. That's still good. That's good. Okay. Time warp, get some things fast in here. I never did my Red Star extender. I gotta do that. Drop off an alpha drone, keep those ghosts occupied. Alright, these guys should be refreshed. Teleport all these guys in. So you can see that there's like an extra ring. I think it's like these extra 8 sectors versus a 10. Maybe it's this side ring here, and then this one, I think. So definitely feels a lot bigger. Oh, I'm completely missed this one. I was just about to teleport there. Thank God I didn't. Alright. We're just finishing up here, doing the last bit of mining. Naturally, of course. So 6 red star 11 planets. We even have a 10, 2 9s, and 8. Pretty busy. Lost 2 ships, 2 battleships. That's just because clearing the sector itself is very simple, especially with barrage. I mean, just the amount of Serbs just makes barrage slaughter everything. So clearing an actual sector isn't bad. It's that Hydra that, you know, obviously every red star adds a new complexity, and that Hydra getting it across to another sector around the system that's full. You know, you also want him outside of the sector as well, so he's not ramping up on you. And I think that's something that I messed up in the beginning. I'll do a quick replay when that's done, but you almost need the bond to kind of drop him out of the sector that you're teleporting to. So I'll show an example of that when this is all finished here. When I was pulling the one up top and I brought him down here, basically brought him down right on top of me. So he was in that sector with me, with all 3 of my battleships, and so that just created a huge issue because he's now ramping up on my 3 battleships because he's in the same sector as me. So I need to somehow find a better asteroid that I could teleport to that would drop him out of the sector. You know, some of these that are like right at the edge, and just make sure that the barrier stays up. Lot of hydro. I'm at 120 now. I was well in the 300s when we started, so it definitely is hydro expensive. But you get a lot of 11s, and these 11s are pretty nice. So I'm actually going to go ahead and just salvage these and start researching 11s here. What I'll probably end up doing as well is start clearing out my 10 reserve. So yeah, that's the end. I'll go through the replay and look at that Hydra, how to handle that Hydra a little bit better, see what if we can do a little bit better next time. I'm not too disappointed. I would have preferred a perfect run, obviously, but you know, the first one is kind of chaotic, of course. Not knowing not knowing the amount of damage and how fast they can do it, and I've had bond on my ship for almost a year now in 10. Didn't really use it too much other than just pushing Colossuses out of the way, but primarily did it so I can get used to having bond, you know, instead of another module. So let's go look at that Hydra play again. So yeah, clearing these sectors just by themselves with the, you know, those are original capital ships, it's not too bad. Here we kill this one. And then of course he dropped right on me. Almost lost that guy. Look at that. 300 hit points left. So we suppressed him, ran out of the way. And then I think we went to the next sector and healed up. Which kind of sucked because I had to use my fortify. I probably didn't have to, but I was afraid that they would go through the area shield too fast. So let's see how So I move the bond into attack range right there. a little too close. I think that was another problem. And then I teleport. Yeah, see, and I drop them in the sector. I think my macro kind of screwed up because the ship was out of screen. If I moved him up here, you see now they're all ramping up. They all have Hydra Barrage. Strong barrier does additional damage to a single target when there are more enemy ships in the sector. So I mean, we're talking, 60 DPS against one ship, but it's 300 for every additional one. So that's another 600 for my other two. So that's 660 a second times two of them. What is this one? That's 40 and 200. So as soon as those second ones come out, I'm getting hit with 1020. Or actually 1240 if I can do math right. 1320, and that's per second under time warp. So I mean, real time, I mean, that's well over 2600 a second. I mean, you can wipe out a battleship in like 3 or 4 seconds, real time. So that was probably not a good move. Like I said, that teleport kind of messed me up a little bit. If I teleported to this asteroid and I bonded him a little earlier, let's look at that again. Yeah, clearing is like not a problem at all. It's definitely the Hydra that is the worst part. Not even the amount of Serbs, because Barrage just gets a huge damage ramp up. Plus him landing here, I think it's random. I'm not sure. Someone would have to confirm that for me. I think the Hydra randomly spawns in the sector. I don't think it spawns where the last one is. Maybe we can look at other sectors, other Hydra spawns and see. Probably would be nice to not have. What I should do is next time I'll move teleport or time warp away, so I have more of a reaction time. Because as you can see, when I start moving, I mean, obviously I was ready for the bond, but just with the game lag and time warp, I mean, yeah, look, I mean, he's basically on top of me. It's gonna be very hard to get him out of the sector. And of course, I go to this asteroid, which, boom, now he's in that sector. He's ramping up. And I was holding damage for a decent while, and then my Fortify dropped, and then those two guys railed that guy. And I didn't have enough reaction time to hit Fortify on that guy. And then because I lost the one Fortify that was available, I didn't have one to use against these guys. So I was kind of scurrying around trying to get a little damage, a little heal. I should have probably ran back and got a little more heal from that guy. There he goes. So healed. Oh, and then it figures right when I do that, I killed him, so 2 more spawn. So yeah, it definitely gets very chaotic very quick when you have to deal with those Hydras. So yeah, that Hydra spawned here with the destroyer. Let's see where the Hydra spawns in this sector. So he's also working on 2 at the same time. He must have ran out of barrier. Okay, so he wiped. Let's forward in time. How about this one? He looks like he's a little closer. So he clears. So he's got just 2. That's okay. So we let the Sentinels come to him, and he spawned over there. So now he's gonna move. Now he's not under time warp. He's got enough time to react, and he starts firing. There's the Fortify to not die. And he actually waits until he's on top of him. Now he bonds. Okay. Okay, he did the same thing. So he's in that sector. So he suppressed him. That would have been smart. Save on that Fortify, that damage a little bit. There's the 2, but again, he's got Fortify. Even with Fortify 12, I mean, those things are cutting him down quick. I mean, Fortify 12 is a 70% damage reduction. And these guys are still going through him. So it looks like he's got another barrier up. Okay, so he's good. So you can obviously withstand a Hydra if he lands in the same sector. I think the problem was my fortify dropped, and I didn't have enough reaction time to pop the other one, and I just got railed. So that one was cleared. That was the Hydra I brought, and now because the destroyer got into that sector before the last Serb died, he is now the last Serb, and there's the Hydra. And now he doesn't have bond, so he's going to barrier him away. And he lost one too. That's no joke. So there's me coming back. I think he regrouped, I believe. There's 1, 2. Oh yeah, there's his third one. He just rebuilt 2. And let's watch that planet. So we watched. So he's going here first. So he also kills everything. The game's actually lagging because there's just so much going on so fast. So Destroyer's dead, which means this Guardian's going to be the last one. He gets out of the sector. Ah, smart. So he gets out. He sends 2 out. That way, if the Hydra spawns in on him, he's not doing crazy amounts of damage. Luckily enough, he spawned on the other side of the sector, so that's good. He's going to send his. There's his fortify, his bond. And boom, it's out of the sector. That was a good play. And now he's able to barrier everyone out, so he's got all this barrage ramp up. Look, his barrage is full ramp. Full bar. I think he goes to get... I think he did that to get some more health, so he doesn't have to waste all that hydrogen on a area shield. And now he's stuck in... Yeah, so he makes a decision. They have obviously a bigger attack range, so he makes the decision to go in here. Still has decent ramp up from these other Serbs, and clears. Again, these two having smaller ones, so he kills one, and I think he goes here to kill the storm before his barrier drops. 20 seconds. So he's kind of getting into the meat and potatoes here, trying to clear everything. Double fortify for that Phoenix. Another barrier to hold that other Phoenix in place. Good play, good play. Uses that barrier on that storm before it ends. Clears that that 9 at least. Same thing. He sends in one ship to finish off that sector. And luckily enough, spawns on the other side of the sector again. There's his bond again. Again, his time warp staying away, giving him plenty of reaction time to grab that Hydra. So let's see how he does this one now. So I would imagine Fortify kicks in here. There it is. Then he bonds him. And now he's trying to figure out where can I go. Right there. Is that going to drop him out of the sector? I think so. Nope. But he suppresses him. So that Fortify kept him alive long enough for him to react and suppress that guy. Because he does 120 for 1 and then 500 additional. So that's 1,000 plus 120, so 1,120 damage per second. And then these guys, those are the small ones, 40 and, what was it, 40 and 200, and the other one was 60 and 300. All right, so always good. You know, if you're ever starting a new Red Star, it's always good to look at other people that have been playing that Red Star, see some of their tactics. You know, going through this replay, obviously, you know, taking the time to go look at each player, see if there's a meta, if there's a, you know, a common strategy. Obviously, the common strategy is to bond that Hydra away, bond them into a sector where there's a lot of other Serbs, so your own barrage ramps up. Ideally, you know, you want to get your bond positioned to where you drop the Hydra outside of your sector, but also within attack range. That's going to be the big one. So, and not having your bond under time warp is a huge thing, because you want the time to decide where to go, right? You want to bond that Hydra, lock them in place, and you want to sit there for a few seconds and say, okay, I have this, you know, I have a upper right, you know, connection to the Hydra. Where can I go to where if I go and drop him to the upper right, where would he be outside of the sector? So again, it's always nice to look at replays, watch how other people do it, and try to mimic it in the future. As with anything, practice makes perfect, so don't expect to be, you know, absolutely perfect. I have almost 1,000 runs of Red Star 10. I still lose battleships, you know, here and there, and you know, we'll get better here with 11s. Lost 2 in the first one. I didn't wipe completely. Luckily, no sank. So having sank, it's nice. You save credits, but at the same time, you can't bring in another battleship if it dies. Without sank, if you just have 3 no sank battleships, if you lose one of them, you can rebuild and send them back. That's why most people will also say if you're running 10s or 11s, have $1 million or so saved up, $2 million to be safe, because you might wipe once or even twice or more. Well, if you stayed this long, thanks for watching with me. Thanks for, you know, paying attention to this first run here. I'm excited to do these more often. We'll see how often I can do them. They were quite a hydro drain. But yeah, look out for more videos on 11s. I'll do some more shipping videos now that I have shipment drone 12. Makes shipping a little bit even faster, clearing the system. So like and subscribe if you like this content. Let me know in the comments below what other content you want to see. Happy to record more. Thanks, everyone.